Good evening, everybody. It's Wednesday, and I'm Kath Lloyd from Make the Change, and it's Let's Talk. So tonight we're going to be talking about your vision for your future. Now, in the previous weeks, I've been doing a little series, and sort of so that you can follow a set process. So we talked a couple of weeks ago about what you do when you don't know what to do any longer, and we looked at STOP for stop. And then last week we were looking at your wheel of life, and I've got lots of bits and pieces here. We looked at, this was the wheel of life I was showing you about, looking at the different areas of your life, and then homing in on individual areas and looking at things like feelings, thoughts, behaviours, relationships, and anything else that you think is relevant to that section of your life, and then looking at different areas of that. So your strengths, your abilities, let's just have a look a second, your support network, areas for improvement, opportunities, barriers, and immediate actions. Okay, so this is to start to get a 360-degree view of your life, how it is at the moment. Okay, not sort of 6 months ago. This is today, and starting to think about what you want for the future. Okay, so tonight it's about your vision for your future. And this is, all of this work is very, very individual, because we've all got different lives, we've all got different roles and responsibilities. Life sort of works in different ways. We've all got different personalities, and we've all got different visions of what we want, what we need. And, our support networks are all different as well. So now we're going to sort of progress a little bit further onto the vision side of things. Now, this is a really fun thing to do. Well, I think it's a fun thing to do because it involves flipping through magazines, cutting out pictures, using colour, using words that represent the images and the words that represent what you want out of life, and arranging them on some paper. So that is everything that I love doing. I wish the whole of my school life could have been revolved around that, but it wasn't, unfortunately. But it can be now. Okay, and I sort of started or did a little visionary board back in, I think it was January. A friend of mine was facilitating a class, and I went along because I knew that I needed to update my visionary board. And as it worked out, the lady who was meant to be running the course failed to turn up. So I actually did the class, very small and compact, perfectly compact little group, and a lot of excitement, a lot of big characters. So we had a really fun time. And what I asked people to do first of all was actually, to do a mind map. And I'm showing you this because this is, if you can see it, this is the one that I did. So in the centre of your page, things like this, you need big sheets of paper, or if you've got bits of leftover wallpaper, they are fantastic for this, because you can spread it all out over the floor and have a really big exploration of what it is you want. So in the middle, I've got this year and a little smiley face, because that's what I want to be achieving. And for me, it was about looking at my book, how I was going to promote my book, looking at about getting more clients, about where I want to go with the visionary board classes, about these Let's Talks, but also about me and what I want to achieve personally for me, about my health and my mental state. And, I talk a lot about happiness, contentment, a good mental health. And so it's really, really important that I follow all of this advice and these tips and ideas that I give. And, this does actually reflect hugely in my visionary board. So once you've had a little exploration of what you want in a mind map, then you can get to the fun part, because the fun part is about wading through magazines. Yes, you do need to beg and, you know, perhaps scavenge magazines. I know that for the class that I did in January, my friend who was facilitating it, she nipped over to the hairdressers and they just happened to be chucking some magazines out. So anywhere where they hoard magazines for clients is a good place to start, because I know that more and more people are getting magazines online. So, you know, ask your kids if your grandkids got loads of little stickers with fun words on, or stars or balloons, and, you know, just things like that, funny faces, little images of things that will represent what you are trying to achieve.